Welcome to my channel, and let's have a look at the new book by Russell James Hampson, and it's Moonlight, Mischief. I already have another book by Mr. Hampson, and it's about Mr. Fogarty, totally adorable book about Frog and his friends, especially I do love his friend Snail. So this book, even if it's still untouched, it's definitely one of my favorites, and I plan to start it in July. But I decided that I also want Moonlight, Mischief, first because I do love style of Russell James Hampson, and I think that I want to support artists who did their work manually without artificial intelligence. And just look at this beautiful cover. I have a soft spot for the books with soft touch cover, and that's exactly what we have here. Very pleasant to look at and to touch. As usual, Russell James Hampson creates books with two sets of pictures, but this time in the second set there are small changes in pictures. So let's have a look at what we have inside. A paper is traditional Amazon paper, but I think that if I can color in matchstick mouse, then I definitely can color here. Especially because here we have a moderate side of elements, so they are not very big, not very small, perfect for pencils. And many of images, they have either dark background or they have frames, so you don't have to think about how to fill in empty backgrounds. Again, apart from full-size pictures, there are such tiny elements which I also appreciate, which you can do when you are very limited in time. If here we have the whole book about Mr. Fogarty and his adventures. Here we have a mix of various subjects, but all of them are very cute, and also all of them are made with huge amount of humor, thing which I really appreciate in books. So here we have Dragon in the Mist. You know how much I love to collect dragons from various artists and how much I love to color them. I think that many of these pictures could be perfect for alcohol markers, or at least for background with markers, and then to work on details with pencils. So I definitely will try to experiment with various materials. And here, look at this nice story we have. Probably a thief who is stolen carrot, and the fox and rabbit perfect pair. As I said, a lot of humor and very kind illustrations. Here we have all animals sleeping, another one. It looks simple, but at the same time, when you look at all those smiley sleeping faces, I think that it's perfect for very relaxed adult coloring. So that was Sleeping Tree. The next one is the Temple Gate, and we have those interesting Asian style temple gates and those maybe dragons, maybe lions. And look at this tiny warrior with sword but sleeping. It's really very cute. Oh, here again we have Mr. Fogarty, and it's pleasant to see not only him but also another group of animals. Look at those mice, and look at the all. Very nice. And that's what I said. I love when we have nice frames. Some of the pictures I simply wouldn't add background like for this one. The central image is quite okay, so maybe just a touch of very light cream around the main image, and for me it would be quite enough. Look at this beauty. Here we have the last mile. I also love that from many of these pictures you can start to imagine your own story behind, like this one, while they are united in such group, where they are traveling. For me, such inspirational pictures, it's really I don't know, helpful to start coloring, to imagine story behind. It's always adds additional nice touch to pictures where you can imagine story behind. Lady visits the oracle, again very interesting. And look at this beauty star catcher. Everyone here is so interesting, pair of boy and girl, and then this maybe flying or maybe something else for the turtle. Really nice. Here I would draw a frame around and I would do alcohol markers background. I always love words in bottles, and here we have another example. Perfect tree inside of the bottle. Oh, look at all those tiny animals and babysitting tiger. So nice. He has not only his own child but also snakes, hedgehog, birds, so toucan birds, so very nice. And look at all the face of tiger babysitting. It's a perfect picture and so busy. And small tigers, tiger cubs. Oh, perfect. I hope that I hadn't missed anything precious. Oh, here we have forest king. I don't know where is the king, maybe this one, but fairies around, they are adorable, and I do love this perspective of trees and castle behind. Another very nice composition, just very interesting. So we have dragon and traveling girl, guardians. Yeah, perfect. These images, they are also very small but very nicely done, very nice touch to the spirit, to the style of the book. And another group of adorable tropical animals. Even if you're afraid to color animals in such size and style, you definitely will be able to color. This book I can highly recommend for beginners, so nothing very complicated to color. You can play with fantasy color palette. You can try to color something in realistic style, trying different things like leaves, metals. Here we have Great Escape. Really many fun pictures. Look at those animals on bicycles. What a fantasy person need to have to create such images. Really big talent, and I'm glad that I started to collect his books, and I also hope that I won't be only collecting them but that I will start to color them actively. For this space walk I would also add this drawer, the frame around the main drawer with dark blue background, and then all the things here. They will be quite nice on the dark blue background. Oh, something under the bed. So poor girl, look at all those things. But I hope that they are not very bad and that those stuffed animals will protect the girl from the creatures which are going from the bed and from the drawers here. Interesting, really interesting. And look at the elephant playing music for all those tropical animals and birds. The saddest. Maybe that's the picture where I would love to start, because I absolutely love his face. Another one with beautiful building. Smuggler's Island. Oh, again, you can imagine a nice story behind. And finally we have pirates. Maybe they are going exactly to that island. So nice. And that's picture from the cover, I think. And maybe I would even try to copy the colors, because cover is really nicely done, very attractive color palette. So here we have the second set of images, and here we have the same tigers, but it's an individual image and we can also color it. So here Russell promised us that there are subtle changes and black backgrounds. Let's have a very quick look what exactly is changed. Oh, actually, I think that I even love the second set a little bit more. It's definitely quite interesting. Some of the pictures I would select from the second set. Yes, I appreciate that finally I won't be mourning that I don't need two sets of the same pictures, and this kind of book you can't divide with your friend, with your family, so because of the binding, so you won't be able to color with someone else to share pages. But I do love that now I have this choice. Do I want to do pictures with light or with dark background? For pictures in such style, I definitely would prefer dark background, and on top of this dark printed paint, I can better use my shiny markers or my shiny metallic pencils. Definitely it will be very interesting, and I appreciate this touch that at least there are small changes in pictures. Really nice. And in the end we have paper for testing and other pictures by Mr. Hampson. So the full collection here. Well, I think that for now I don't need any more because I need to start doing something in Moonlight Mischief and in Frog's Tale. I hope that at least something I will do in July. Thank you, and I hope that you also share my desire to support artists who do their things in normal way without artificial intelligence, and which put a lot of soul, humor, their talent, their experience into their books. So I am glad that I decided to get Mr. Hampson's new book. Thank you, and I will see you very soon.